based on everything that I was hearing, that he's been a model citizen. Skip, they say in Nevada they base it on 11 point. They got 11 steps. You get 2 plus 2, so he could be as high as 22, or he can be 0, or you can get negative points, or you can get plus 2. Given his age, given the factor of when he committed his first crime, he had a lot of things working in his favor. So, but to think it's kind of like anything, Skip, when you go to trial. You might think you know what those 12 men and women are going to decide, but you really don't.
Yep.
A lot of people say, well, it's a slam dunk. OJ's getting out. But you don't know what those board members are deciding. And what I wanted to hear, Skip, and like I told you before, if he had to go back in, okay, fine. If he got out, either way, I was good with it. I just wanted to see him early on show remorse, show contrition. And I didn't see that. I saw the same OJ that led him to get into prison, which was narcissistic, combative at times. Oh, I'm OJ, I'm charismatic, I'm going to win you over with my charm. Skip, when they ask you, they don't want you to relitigate the case. They don't want you to tell them why you went to the room. I'm sorry. I'm so disappointed in myself that I let my family down, I let my friends down, I let myself down. Don't explain, oh, I was just going to get my stuff. The guy told me they had my stuff. They had photo albums of my kids. They had my wife's. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear you apologize for your actions. Don't try to explain it away. Oh, I was just going to get my stuff. Oh, and the state of California ruled that was my stuff. I have it now. But did the state of California rule you can take a gun in there and go get it back? He was kept trying to explain it away. Well, they said, okay, what about restitution? You're ordered to pay $3,500 in restitution. He's looking at his attorney. Restitution? OJ, you're about to go home and collect between $1.8 and $2 million. You're also about to get $20,000 to $25,000 a month. Just say, oh yeah, if we haven't made restitution, I will have no problem making restitution. You're trying to get out. Why are you being combative? Why are you trying to explain away what you did? They don't want to hear that. They want to hear remorse. They want to hear contrition. You're in here. Well, if all the guy had told me, if Bruce had my stuff, and I've known Bruce for a long time. Well, if you know the guy that Bruce ended up testifying on his behalf, if you knew him, why not just call him? Bruce, you got my stuff. How could you do your friend like that? Why would you try to, if you need money, hey, let me see what I can do for you, Bruce, but don't sell my stuff.
By the way, Bruce testified on his
behalf. On his behalf,
yesterday.
Bruce, what, Fromong? Yeah, Fromong.
And again, he called him Buddy yesterday.
Yeah.
He called him Juice.
Yeah.
Remember, he sells memorabilia. He's like an idolater by trade, right? So he loves him some Juice.
Skip, I had a good indication that he might, because one of the parole board members came out there with a Kansas City Chiefs tie on. So I said, okay, now he got one guy on his side. OJ didn't play for the Chiefs,
no,
but he's a football fan.
I agree.
So I felt really, if I'm OJ, I'm looking at that like, okay, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good where I am right now. And then, Skip, the guy asked OJ, how do you think you'll be better served in the community than in prison? I'm like, OJ's probably thinking, I'm about to go home, get $2 million, $25,000 a month, and you think, how would I be better served in a gated community as opposed to prison? I can eat filet, or I can be in prison and eat Spam and Vienna sausages. You tell me. It was a show, and Skip, I just can't believe. Normally when networks interrupt normal schedule, presidents get inaugurated, there's a serious catastrophe somewhere in the United States or around the world. They interrupted their normal schedule to show OJ parole hearing.
Okay.
There's still some fascination.
No, not some.
A lot, I guess.
This is an extended Bronco chase that you were watching.
Think about it.
Started with that.
He started Court TV, started because of him. There was a lot of networks that started because of him.
You got it.
I just don't know. Now he got to the point, Skip, later down the line, he showed a little remorse, but he's still OJ. He can't help himself, Skip. He was still that same arrogant narcissist that got himself into this mess and thought he could smooth these people by just, well, let me tell you why I got here. Let me tell you how it happened. Instead of just showing contrition and remorse at the beginning, he didn't do that. So, but I guess given his history and just basing it on the points, he was at the low level, and he's going home in October. But if hopefully that's never me, and I don't think it's gonna be, Skip, he's still gotta be in there 2 months. I wanna come up for parole at 10 o'clock, and by noon, if you're gonna grant it, I wanna be walking out of there. Because now somebody might try him or I'm going to solitary. I don't wanna talk to nobody. I don't wanna see nobody. Don't nobody call me, because he's still got 2 months in there. He's not going home just yet.
All of which is why everything I heard and saw from O.J. Simpson yesterday was glaring reason after glaring reason after glaring reason that he should have been denied his parole.
Deny it, Skip?
Absolutely. Silly me, again, this stuff is way over my head, all this legal jargon, but I thought that the parole commission would at least take one more day to deliberate about what they saw and heard from said OJ, right?
Yep.
But instead, they immediately slammed down the gavel and said, "You're a free man," obviously on October 1st. And it came clear to me that this was just going through the motions.
Yeah.
They were just rubber stamping what had already been decided.
Correct.
That clearly, because he had been, as you point out, a model prisoner, that he had not been, quote unquote, written up a single time in 9 years in that correctional facility, that it was already decided that he would be free to go, that this was just procedural to go through these motions.
Steps.
So to me, I step back from it and I say, okay, I hear the legal experts all say what you said, that he served more than enough time for what he was accused and convicted of this time.
Yes.
So can we agree on that? He paid his dues for this crime.
More than
paid his dues. So I get that, but I still thought that you not only do you need to show just a little bit of remorse, but you can't be defiant in your parole hearing, right?
Yeah.
He was flat out defiant. He clearly thinks that he was wrongly accused and wrongly convicted of this crime.
He
this crime.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And he went on and on about it was my stuff, and the state of California even sent me back my stuff once I was incarcerated. And when one of the commissioners, one of the members of the parole commission, dared to cross-examine him about this, he got angry. He fired back. He leaned forward, and I saw, and again, I told you, I got to know him pretty well. I saw a little flash of that rage that's in him that I believe, most people believe, turned into murderous, jealous rage once upon a time, as you remember.
Like what, 93?
Yeah, 93. And it was chilling to me to see that on TV. You know, it made me sit back because that was pretty scary. And then he went into this thing about, I've never pulled a gun on anyone in my life. But then he went one step farther. He said, and I quote, "No one has ever accused me of pulling any weapon on them." What? No one? You were accused of killing two people, not just killing them, butchering two people with a knife. No one's ever accused you? Okay, I told you, I spent a week with OJ, and then I interviewed him numerous times after that. So I have some insight into his personality. He is a shrewd operator when it comes to anything media, anything public. This is just my 2 cents. He wanted to even subtly get it on the record that, by the way, just for everybody's information, I did not kill my ex-wife and her companion. Okay? He wanted that's what he's saying with that statement.